you've probably seen the same with your background, Simon, working with, prop firm traders and things like that. A lot of times the crowd's first reaction is to short something that's going up and to buy something that's going down and just keep doubling it down until it blows accounts.
I think what really interests our traders is the way that, or the people watching, is how our traders actually trade, what indicators they use, what to make the decision making. Nick, give us a little bit of insight into what actually you look at in the markets to make a trade.
Absolutely. You've set me up for the perfect opportunity to show you some of my software. So this is our proprietary software that we built. Our company in Atlanta, Georgia, we have a small team in Atlanta. We build trading software, we build scanners, we build software tools, and basically, like you were just saying, it's really important for a trader to know the metrics and reasonings for why they're going to take a trade. There is no holy grail system. There is no magical entry point that's going to make you a bazillionaire overnight, unless you're an insider trader on, in Wall Street or something. But for normal people that need real metrics and stuff like that, this is pretty much a conglomerate of the main factors that we focus on. It's a mix of technicals and fundamentals. So, for example, one of the ones that I'm currently pretty interested in is if we scroll down here. Let's say, for example, we're just behind this banner here, behind my name there, but we've got things like Aussie dollar. So what I'll do is I'll pull up. Let's see, we'll find Aussie dollar here. Actually, no, we can just click it here. Several metrics. The term confluence, a lot of you guys are probably familiar with, adding several different indications to build a bias, to build an overall idea of market direction. And what our tool is basically designed to, it's nothing magical. It is basically just a confluence board. It shows you lots of different factors ranked in scoring. So for example, right now the Aussie dollar has a sell reading, and there's several factors here. For example, the commitment of traders report, what is that telling you about institutional positioning? Right now you can see that, Australian dollars are being short by institutional traders. You've got, the dollar, which is heavily long by institutional traders, and has been, by the way, for months. We've seen a continuous trend from, big traders on the long side. You've got retail sentiment, right? So knowing what the crowd is doing. If the crowd is super long, that's a potential, warning sign that might not want to be chasing with the crowd. So just several factors like that that I kind of look for. And then from there, we're taking it to, the kind of everyday stuff. We're doing the charting and the price action and the, risk management, that stuff.
Excellent. Can you just pull that back up for me? I think he was just going to make a fantastic point there. That was great. So that's great. I got my head around most of that. I think what's interesting there is you combine the COT with the retail sentiment as well. And I think were they inverted? Was I right in looking at that? Which I think sums up most retail traders. So retail sentiment, 70% long, whereas your commitment of traders is is it in line with each other?
No. So you're actually correct. So
it's inverted. Yeah.
Is long Aussie short
dollar. I thought I was right.
Yeah, you're correct. And the Aussie dollar from institutional positioning is the inverted. So that is actually a very interesting cross that you pointed out right away by looking at that. But yes, that's the amazing thing is, we tend to see the same patterns over and over in our studies of this stuff. And you've probably seen the same with your background, Simon, working with, prop firm traders and things like that. A lot of times the crowd's first reaction is to short something that's going up and to buy something that's going down and just keep doubling it down until it blows accounts. And so we've actually tried to re-engineer that a little bit within our tools to look for those opportunities and to go against that.
Yeah, I think that the retail traders doing the opposite to the pros was a perfect sort of summary for those retail traders out there. You've got to try and keep an eye on what the pros are doing. Be the smart money, not the dumb money. That's the lesson there.
One more thing, just take a look at what we just talked about. We talked about Aussie dollar. The crowd is super long, and here you can see the result of that. We've just seen nothing but a downward trend for like weeks on end on this pair. And you scroll out even more, you see Aussie dollar has just taken a beating against the US dollar for a long time, and retail has been super long in this pair for months, really. So kind of fascinating to watch those patterns emerge over and over through the years that we've been studying this stuff.
Yeah, I think with retail, not to dwell on the point too much, there just seems to be an obsession with bottom and top picking, doesn't it? With trying to get reversals, and reversals, of course, can be a legitimate strategy. The issue is when it doesn't work and you end up scaling in and doing all disastrous things that blow your account. Dylan, your trading methodology and what do you use to make your decisions?
So starting higher time frame, I want to look at the levels, see where other traders are going to get interested, pivot points on those sort of weekly down to daily. As I mentioned before, that opening range is fairly critical, certainly in my time zone as well. So just looking here, earlier in the day, there was kind of a short opportunity here where it rejected that opening range high. You've had kind of a breakdown, a pullback, and then it dumped and tested that opening range low as well. Once we get a break out of that, what I'm looking for is it to hold. So getting a nice deep pullback, kind of being able to settle down a little bit and then continue that momentum. What will help validate that idea as well is just what's it doing on the higher time frames? Are we continuing to push higher? Are we kind of sitting inside the previous candle? Things like that. So really, I just want to make sure the bigger time frame's giving me that momentum in the right direction. So whether I'm short or long, leveraging that. I do have a moving average on there. Again, it's probably used a little bit like VWAP. Just am I using that to sell, go short from? It's just really a directional thing to aid visually. But yeah, not part of my decision criteria for that one.
Yeah, so you say you're more sort of focused on the direct price action itself rather than relying on sort of more technical analysis.
Correct. And so on the futures side of things, you've got the depth of market as well. So sometimes you'll spot like a large order sitting there that the market will sniff out and see if it's real. So you can kind of jump on that momentum fairly short term and then front run it to get out if you're quick, things like that. So you see a little bit of nuances in there with that market.
Yeah, so you use the ladder as well in order to do that. Yeah, that moves far too quick for me. I can't do that, unfortunately.